Hey guys, it's been a month since I picked up a camera. After my exam, I decided to take a break from not social media but just from YouTube, and I did not make any videos. I thought maybe I'll pick up the camera for the wait time for my results, as I did last year. If you remember, I have like a whole vlog of me just going, no, not today, the results are not today. That was quite daunting actually. As you remember, I had to wait 10 weeks for the results to be announced, and that was a utter torture. Luckily this year it was a very different experience for me, and I'm gonna recap it for you right now. So basically I did my exam on the 22nd of August, and then I just kind of relaxed because I knew that in the next 4 to 6 weeks there is nothing to be really waiting for. So I was not Googling anything that I had on the exam. I did not check any facts. I did not verify any information that I put down on my exam paper, because I knew that nothing will change from that. So I always do that after exams. So I just completely blanked everything that I knew from my mind. I just blocked it temporarily, and I just focused on sleeping a lot, having lots of downtime, just doing what I like, which is reading and watching TV shows basically, and working. Of course, I had to work part-time throughout the weeks. And then we are approaching week 5, and I knew that last year in Cork, so my exam was in Cork, and last year from Cork exam the results were announced exactly 5 weeks after the exam, and I was approaching that date, which was last week, on Monday last week, and I was like, okay, so it might happen on Monday. I was really like excited, nervous, and I was like, I don't know, I was just beside myself. And the results were not announced on Monday, and then I was like, okay, maybe it's Tuesday would mark a 5-week mark from my exam. So I was like, okay, maybe it's gonna be today. Then it didn't happen, and then I kind of let it go. I was like, okay, Margo, like, makes no sense to bother so much about it like you did last year, which did not do me good. I'll tell you, I was under so much stress for that 10 weeks of waiting. So what I did is basically just completely let go of the situation, and I was working on Wednesday last week, and I was working and I was like kind of dropping in and checking my email throughout the day, of course, but there was nothing there. And then at 4 o'clock I checked last time, and I was like, okay, so it's 4 o'clock, no one's working past 4 o'clock in Ireland, so I'm not gonna even bother with checking the results. I do work until 5 p.m. So I finished my shift that day actually earlier. I finished at 4:35. I didn't touch my phone for the last half an hour because the last half an hour at my job is usually really crazy and hectic, so I don't really get the chance to check my phone. And then once I finished my shift and I was on my way to catch a bus, I saw my phone and I had like 30 messages from different people saying the results are out, the results are out. I was like, okay, calm down, everything is fine. So I went over to my mailbox, and I knew that if I didn't pass, in the title of the email it will say breakdown of your results, because that's what they sent me last year when I failed. They sent me a breakdown, and that's how the email was titled. So I refreshed and I saw that there is nothing in a title. It was something just like reference and my IMC number. And I was like, okay, so I clicked on the email and I saw that I did pass my exam. The amount of joy I experienced in that moment, I don't think I have English vocabulary to describe it. I started shaking, my hands, they were like shaking. I kept going to catch the bus because like it's really hard to catch the bus from my job, so I knew that I need to like keep going. I cannot just take a moment, I cannot just sit down and just chill. So I was just going, and at some point I was just starting like crying, like not like weeping, but like a little bit crying, a little bit, just like tear or two, just like, you know, modest enough to not cause people to look at me, because there were a lot of people at the bus stop, and I probably looked like a lunatic a little bit. I was like shaking, clutching my mouth and looking at my phone and crying. So I was like, I was so happy. I was just so happy. I couldn't wait to tell my fiance when I got home. I still managed to keep it a secret for like 2 hours. I was just kind of like, it was so hard to keep a composure, but I did. And it was just so rewarding. He was so happy for me. He was so proud of me. And it's just incredible, the support I got that day. And then the same day, oh no, was it the same day? No, the next day I published it on my Instagram, the results. And some of you actually, people that are following this channel, have messaged me on my Instagram and they congratulate me. I'm just so grateful for you all, that you follow, that you care. It's just incredible. Thank you so much. It was a very special day that day, and then the day after, when I got all these beautiful messages of support and like just utter joy from other people. It's hard to describe it. It's hard to describe it with words. So moving on, what is next? Because that's the main thing. It's not the end. You might feel like, okay, the exams are over, now you just start working. Not really. It's still gonna be a kind of, not a long way, but a little bit of a way to get to actually starting working. So I'm gonna recap my plan. So basically now what I need to do is I need to submit a couple more documents for Irish Medical Council for them to like finalize the decision of granting me registration with them. Then once that's done and they're happy with everything, they will issue me a registration like email. Then I will have to pay a fee, because in Ireland, to be a doctor, to be a part of medical council, you have to pay a yearly annual fee. And after I pay that, they will basically make my registration active. Right now, if I go over to the website, it says like inactive, like, so like I cannot really practice, even though I have an account and everything. But once it's all done, it will say active, which I cannot even imagine seeing that for the first time. And after that, I am technically eligible to search employment in medicine. However, as you know, or you didn't know, now you'll know, I have never worked in medicine. I have never worked in a real hospital. I have worked as a GP in Russia for 1 year. However, it wasn't what you would imagine being a GP. It was more very administrative work connected to people's like checkups for work. So it wasn't really treating people that were sick. It's more confirming that people are healthy. So of course it's very, very different from real medicine. Real medicine is literally the opposite. Like, I decided that it will be really stupid of me to start searching for employment with that type of CV, because like, yeah, even if someone will be desperate enough to actually hire me as an SHO, I don't think I am capable of performing at the level of an SHO just at the moment. So what I decided to do is, first, before I seek for an actual employment, I will seek for observership, which is basically a volunteering service that you can do. They don't take just anyone, they only take people, I believe, that are registered already with IMC. And what you do is you basically shadow doctors throughout the day, or nurses, or whoever basically you want. And you kind of learn the ropes and you kind of see what people are doing, and you just trying to kind of get knowledge and experience from that. That is a thing that you can actually put on your CV. Like, people put observerships on their CVs, and that counts. Not a lot, but still it counts as kind of experience in medicine. So this is what I decided to do first before I seek an actual employment, just to get myself more comfortable in the field. Even though, like, throughout the years, of course, I was living vicariously through my fiance. He's working in medicine for 3 years now in Ireland, and I have learned a lot of lingo, a lot of little like nuggets of information about how the hospital is working, how the documentation is set up, how, like, all kinds of things that will definitely be invaluable for me in the future when I work myself. But I was never inside the real hospital, so I just need to get that real life feelings and real life lay of the field. Yeah, that's basically it for my recap. I'm not sure if this little clip will be a beginning of a vlog, or it will be a whole separate video, because it is, oh my god, I've been talking for 10 minutes. I don't know. This is just a big moment for me, and like, thank you everyone who's been supporting me. I'm so grateful. I have 516 subscribers at this moment, and it's just, yeah, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. Regarding my future videos, I will be doing an academy review, just like I did Dr. Mohammed's academy last year. I will be doing the other academy I attended this fall, this summer. I will be doing a review on it, and then I've been thinking about doing a comparison video between two academies because there are only two that are preparing for PRES 3, which is just so tragic. I feel like there should be so much more because it is a hard exam, and like the more information you can get, the better. So I've been thinking about doing that video, and also of course I am going to be doing a video about my resources that I used to prepare for my second attempt of PRES 3. They were not so different from my first attempt, I have to say, but still there were some little things that I did differently this time, and you don't, like, I don't know, maybe one of those things that actually helped me finally pass the exam. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you in my next video. Bye!